Hey Firewood friends, Mike with K&L Firewood, and today questions are answered. So today we're going to answer the question of stacked versus loosely tossed in, and what kind of volume is there. And I brought up an empty tote to get a nice clean measurement from. Now this tote measures 46 by 42 by 38. So let's do some quick math on that. 46 by 42 by 38. That is 42.48. So call it 42.5 or 43 just for argument's sake. I'd say this one's going to give us a pretty good representation of a quote-unquote full basket. So we're going to go up here in a minute and fill the half face cord rack. It was sold yesterday, so I need to get some more wood in it. And the contention is that the multiplier is 1.5. Now we've seen on Hometown Acres, he actually did the math. He filled up a trailer load and then stacked it. Of course, he's an accountant, so he's on the money with the math. So we know that one of these heaped up like this is one face cord. The girls and I did that several videos ago. You can go back in the archives and find that. But we had a trailer load of wood. We stacked two empty IBC totes 8 foot apart and stacked it 4 foot high, made a face cord, and then stacked all that wood into an empty tote. And it was a heaping tote, right? So most of these totes, at least the ones that I have that I'm using, have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sections to them. Now this top section is a little bit bigger than the rest, but just for argument's sake, we're going to call them the same, right? So if there were 5, right, and then we had heaping stack, that'd be about the 6th rung. And they say those taller IBC totes are a full face cord when you fill them up. So that stands to reason. And I know from experience, if you take 3 of these, whether it be the 3 from the bottom or the 3 from the top, that is a half face cord. So 3 of these make a half, 3 of these rungs make a half face cord, 6 of them make a full face cord. Everything seems to be lining up so far. So if the multiplier is 1.5 and 3 of the rungs make a half a face cord when they're stacked, then you could take 3 times 1.5 and figure out how many of those rungs unstacked would make a half a face cord. So 3 times 1.5 is 4.5. So 4.5 rungs of the unstacked basket ought to be a half a face cord. And there are 5 here. So I'm thinking a basket is about a half a face cord. Let's go check it out. So I have brought up a basket. Well, it's the same basket was in the video earlier. And we're here at the half face cord rack. And if you can tell here, it's bowed out a little. That's 50 inches there and 54 inches there. So it's bigger than a half a face cord. It's, but I don't ever want to be accused of shorting anybody. So I'm okay with it being a little bigger. And it's, well, it's 45 inches here, but I do go over the top. So let's just figure it. Let's just do the math real quick. So it's 54 here and 50 down there. So let's call it 52 on the average. So 52 by 16 by 45 if it were level with the top, and like I say, I typically go higher than this. I don't just stop right here. But we'll do it like we stop here at the top. That's 21.7 cubic feet. 128 divided by 3 is 42.6. Divide that by 2 is 21.3. And this was 21.6 the way it sets. So we're right on the money. I'm going to put you in time lapse. We'll get this stacked and hopefully we'll have a little bit left over in that tote. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it takes 4.5. 3, 4.5. I'm saying it's going to take the entire tote, but let's see. Well, that couldn't have worked out any more perfect. So that is right pretty much at the top of those rungs. Let's say that's a half a face cord, and we were estimating that we were going to be left with about a half a rung here, which we weren't. We ended up with 6 pieces. Yeah, so I'm just going to put the other 6 pieces right here on top, which works out perfectly for me because I get a fair amount of half face cord orders on the website and they want it delivered. So now I can just take one of these unstacked baskets, dump it in the trailer, and go. Or 2 of them if they want a full face cord. I'm super excited about that. That's going to be really handy for us. I'll do this again, maybe with another basket. This is only sample size of 1, and it just happened to work out perfect. We'll do it again just to confirm, maybe when this rack sells, and we'll get a confirmation. Well, in any event, at K&L Firewood, we just proved one of these things is a half a face cord in my book. We just proved it here. That thing is completely empty. This thing is completely full. Thanks for coming by, K&L Firewood. Stop the press. So what you just watched was on Thursday. Today is Saturday. I sold the half face cord stack, one of the small stacks, and the full face cord rack. So we're going to put this to the test right now. I'm going to bring one IBC tote over here, try to fill up the half face cord. I'm going to bring up 2 and try to fill up that one. Everything is going to be on time lapse, but we're going to solve it right now. Now this is no joke. I'm left with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pieces. There were 6 pieces last time. They're all gonna go right here on top. That is one full rack and one empty basket. In my opinion, one basket equals a half of a face cord, regardless of what the multiplier is. Try it again on the full face cord. Here we go. First basket on the full face cord. So here's the end of the first basket. I don't know, at about half. We're gonna find out here in just a second. Basket number 2 for the full face cord going in time lapse. Houston, we have a problem. You notice anything about this? Apparently, I changed my mind mid-basket from stacked to unstacked, because the top part of this was unstacked like this. The bottom of it is pretty stacked. So this might skew our findings just a little bit, but I'm pretty confident with the half face cord. I mean, we were 2 for 2, right? We're gonna continue, we'll see what's left. So there's a little left, but it was stacked, darn it. All full. But we were 2 for 2 on the half face cord rack. So one of those baskets loosely tossed in equals a half face cord. We did it twice, it worked out perfectly both times. This probably would have worked out as well if we hadn't run into stacked firewood. In any event, let's try that outro again. Get busy. Stuff don't split itself or stack itself.